In June, it is Gopal Rai went to the streets to say no alliance with the Congress. Talks may not have happened. We could have still said, both of us, that we will not fight together. But they took a unilateral stand. BJP, I don't think they have any idea what Delhi is all about. They have no idea of the changing culture of Delhi. Aam Aadmi Party's problem is they so much believe their own rhetoric and the kind of illusion that they built about their own selves that they've become, they've always kind of, as they say, cheating themselves even more than the people of Delhi.
What is your main target? Single, don't say everything is a target. Main target. Marginally, who's your main target?
You mean in terms of candidate or issue?
Issue and
Look,
party.
The issue, frankly, here is because people have a kind of a memory of Mrs. Dikshit, and many people here are talking about that. So our main, real purpose of the campaign is that memory gets converted into a confidence into the Congress. If that happens, I think we have a very, very good chance. In fact, a very easy way out. And because wherever I have gone, it's surprising the number of people who've either spoken of her as having done something for the area or done something personally to them. And if we can transform that memory or that nostalgia or that good feeling into
The
Congress.
Target in terms of party?
That is actually very different. It's interesting. Like, for example,
Don't say both.
No. I'll tell you it's area to area. For example, the area that we are coming from. No, Delhi mein, I can't say. I can tell you in this constituency. Like in the government areas where we went into the morning, East Kidwai Nagar, it's BJP, right? In those areas.
Right.
In the areas here, because there is more of Aam Aadmi Party voter in this area, that is our principal opponent.
Last time, the Congress only got single digits, 5% in the assembly elections. What is it that you think is going to turn that around?
Since I'm standing in front of what I call the father of psychology in India, I'll make my assessment.
You can't blame him.
I know. But you make that assessment. See, what I find is 5-6% was what we got. Okay. If you look at the amount of voter who would have voted for a Congress if we had been a serious competition, was much more than that. Almost 8-10% of the vote that is voting for Aam Aadmi is not particularly fond of Aam Aadmi, but doesn't like the BJP. And they realize that Delhi's Congress is not a real option. And unlike many years ago, when people used to vote for their party rather than just somebody winning, they didn't mind what is called wasting their vote, but they wanted to affirm their party support. That is much less in Delhi today. So about 8-10% of our vote, I think, is with Aam Aadmi Party because they didn't find us fighting confidently. And I think about 5-6% or so was with the BJP. So if you take what is really a base vote that could come to us quite comfortably if we put up a comfortable fight, would be about 17-18%. So taking from that, if we can gain another 5-6-8%, then I think we're really in a solid frame here.
Last time you lost very badly, but
Yes.
in the Lok Sabha, where you and Mr. Modi,
Right.
between you and Aam Aadmi Party, you got almost 45% of the vote.
Right.
So that was a vote for Modi.
Right. Correct.
Now here, this has been a vote in the past for
Right.
Kejriwal.
Right.
What made you not tie up with him? Because he's already got 40 or 50% plus the vote.
Okay.
I mean, the
see,
leader is
okay.
Kejriwal.
Yeah, two things. One is that we find ourselves very uncomfortable with his government. Okay, the way he's run the government. I've been critiquing his government very, very severely. And I find it to be almost a non-performing government. Okay, in fact, worse than BJP's government. So for me, as a citizen, first of all, and secondly, as a Congress, there is no way Aam Aadmi government is something I can support. Gets elected, first is that. Second is, I think we have a very, very great opportunity to build the Congress back in Delhi this time. It's surprising, in fact, it is quite surprising to me, that 10 years after a person is no longer Chief Minister, the amount that people are remembering Mrs. Dikshit in Delhi is quite surprising. And that is a memory of the Congress. So I think it's a great opportunity for Congress to build itself back. We can't keep piggybacking on other parties all the time.
Just one small point in connection with Mrs. Dikshit.
Right.
There are perhaps 30% of voters in Delhi who have no memory of Mrs. Dikshit.
That's okay. They may not have a memory of that. But that's our challenge, to get memory back into their minds, to put our point of view across, to sift through the propaganda of the Aam Aadmi Party and strike where it is. You see, we may not have too much power or too much control over the media, but we have a lot of other mechanisms today. For example, the reason I'm going door to door is because that's the only way to connect right across this whole thing of media, newspaper and other parts and resources. And if we are able to do that, we're able to establish some kind of a connect. And I think that connect is working.
One of the things that you just mentioned and many of your colleagues have mentioned is the Kejriwal government is corruption.
Right.
When we talk to voters, they say all three parties are totally corrupt.
Right?
And for an issue to be an election issue, you must be important. Corruption is important to
Right,
everybody.
right.
But one must be seen less corrupt than the other. But
Right,
you're all
right.
seen as corrupt, including the Congress.
That's okay. That is also because
That's
of
not
the
an issue.
no. That is because it's on in 2011, 12, 13. That is the plank on which BJP and the Aam Aadmi fought against us. Okay. My only thing to the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP is where is the proof in the last 10 years? Okay, and that is something we are taking to people. Kejriwal at least has a number of cases against him. He says they are fraud. That's okay. That's
Are
different.
they fraud or not?
I don't
Are they
think so. No,
politically motivated
no,
or
no,
not?
no, they are not. No, they are not. No, they are
Rahul
not.
Gandhi, in his speeches, is not attacking Kejriwal on corruption. He's a little low key on.
Look, when he said that there is no difference between him and he said that between him and Modi, that's what he means. And as far as I'm concerned, there is much more actually in the Malays that has struck the Aam Aadmi Party than many people would believe. It's really up to you to believe me or not.
Is
But
Congress as corrupt?
no, not at all. If we were as corrupt,
What
tell me
are the- what
why
are
am
the
I standing here? Why am I standing here without any case against me?
That's what they all say, actually.
No, you tell me. No, he has cases against him. He has, sorry to say, he has a lot of cases against him. I don't. The CAG report goes to the Delhi Assembly, right? Delhi Assembly's Public Accounts Committee starts working on it in 2014. We don't have any members in the Assembly. In 2015, it starts investigating. It's a Public Accounts Committee of Aam Aadmi Party. 67 out of 70 MLAs are Aam Aadmi Party. Obviously, the PAC will be full of them. Why haven't they completed that report till today? If there was anything in that report, you think Kejriwal would have kept quiet? Ask him this question, na? Why are you asking me to prove myself?
The voter says they're all corrupt. The voters.
That's
wrong.
okay. That's for, no. I say that's for the voters
Voter
to
to
decide.
decide.
That's for the voter to decide. At least they don't find Kejriwal to be kattar imandar. That's what you mean. If the voter is saying
all politicians.
so they are saying
As Cho Ramaswamy said, it's like voting between a thief and a pickpocket.
that's okay, but they at least believe that at the best he's a pickpocket, at the worst he's a thief.
You just said in reply to Dorab's question that actually the BJP would be a better government than the AAP.
No, I didn't say that. No,
You said what?
no, because BJP has never been here for 25 years. So what do we compare them with?
No, they've been in MCD for 15 years until.
Yeah, but this is not an MCD
I know,
election.
but it's-
And they've been voted out in MCD. Quite clearly, Delhi has rejected BJP in the MCD. And we've been, in the BJP areas, we are very clearly asking those people. When we come across people who talk about the BJP, we say, what has DDA done for the last 10 years? What has MCD done for the last 8 years? Of course, for 2 years, they have not been there. What about Delhi police and the issue of law and order? It's not that we are not raising those questions. But obviously, your first questions are raised against the party that is in governance. Are any one of them talking even a single thing about Congress's governance? They know they can't because they dare not talk about Congress's governance.
So if you have 2013 again, will you support the BJP or Aam Aadmi?
No, I don't think we'll need to support anybody. I think we'll be
No,
quite
it's an
comfortable on
important
our own.
After the elections, if Aam Aadmi needs your support to form a government,
Okay.
will you give it or let BJP form government?
What if we need Aam Aadmi Party support? What if we say for example, what if
We are
we are
journalists,
31,
we
30?
ask questions, we never answer.
Right. I'm saying let's ask them. Because I don't think.
You say what
I think
you
they'll be in a position where they'll have to
You
decide.
support them or not?
That I don't know because that my party will decide. But as far as I'm concerned, the principal reason for the disaster of Delhi is the Aam Aadmi Party government.
So you prefer to see the BJP?
No, not at all. In our national history of 70 years of elections, have we ever supported the BJP?
So you would not support them?
No way, no chance.
And you would not let them form government if it was a question of supporting Aam Aadmi Party?
If it's a matter of supporting Aam Aadmi Party or not, let's see when the election comes. But there's no way we can support the BJP.
But you're not saying no.
To supporting the BJP.
Aam Aadmi Party to form a
That
government?
let's see when the situation
not
comes.
saying no.
Let them tell us if they want to support us.
You're not
See
saying no.
who broke alliance with us in Delhi.
You're not saying no.
I'm saying who broke alliance with us. In June, it is Gopal Rai who went to the streets to say no alliance with the Congress. So if they are not aligning with us,
So you didn't break the alliance.
we didn't even say anything. They didn't even discuss it with us. This whole rhetoric that they take out, that the alliance is not there. They were part of the India alliance. My question is, when he unilaterally went on public to say that, if he was part of India alliance, and if India alliance was something that had a reflection on state government, at least he should have talked to the Congress. Talks may not have happened. We could have still said, both of us, that we will not fight together. But they took a unilateral stand.
You know, in this seat, the Aam Aadmi Party has got a majority of more than 25% in the last 2 elections.
Yes.
Turning that round is not normally believed to be easy.
That's true.
What makes you think because this time the BJP also, all are heavyweights. All
Look,
the parties.
Look, when I came into this constituency, I thought that I will be against a formidable opponent as an MLA, right? I don't find that resonance amongst people, right? When there is an anti-incumbency against an MLA, it can be much worse than the anti-incumbency against a government, right? Governments can not perform very well and still win, and governments can perform very well and still lose. Okay, that's a separate thing. But in case of MLAs, if there is the kind of anti-incumbency I've seen, in his constituency, I think he's in trouble. And 20-25% in this constituency, where there is
That's what they got.
Yeah, because there is no caste allegiance, there is no community allegiance. It's much more defined in terms of people's livelihoods. For example, you dedicate this area for government servants, NDMC people, private colonies. It's much more defined in terms of locations and people's livelihoods. Okay, and livelihood characteristics change much more than caste and community.
You just said a very important statement that the break of the Aam Aadmi Party with the Congress was a unilateral decision of the Aam Aadmi Party.
They announced
Nothing
first.
to do with you.
Look, they may not have been in alliance still. For example, people like me would not have wanted the alliance, but I'm not the only one who decides. See, if there was to be an alliance, at least Aam Aadmi Party, on whatever platform India Alliance has, should have at least asked the Congress, is there a
no
possibility?
talks.
No.
There was no
No,
discussion.
no,
They
no,
unilaterally said no.
no. They not even said no. They just announced. On their own, they announced. But if you are part of India Alliance and you believe India Alliance should be part, because after all, when they say that we are fighting to defeat the Aam Aadmi Party, obviously we are here to win. And if we are here to win, will we fight to make Aam Aadmi win or us win? I mean, it's the most ridiculous statement I get. If there are 10 parties in front of us, we'll try to defeat all 10. How can it be that we want to defeat 9 and not the 10th?
You said the other day that freebies have to stop. But your own party gives freebies in states that they are ruling. So,
Yes.
I mean, how do you balance this contradiction?
I've not said that. I've never been in favor of freebies. Okay, I've been in favor of subsidies where there's some kind of.
You said they're not sustainable.
Yes, they are not. They are not. And in most states, that's where it's coming to. You look at Punjab, the condition their finances are. Look at what's happened in Madhya Pradesh. Look at what happened in the southern states. They will not be sustainable
Two
after a
of the
while.
southern states are yours.
But that is because we are in the game of competitive populism. No party wants to be remembered because they made a good manifesto which is financially or fiscally sustainable. We want to make a manifesto that is politically sustainable. And unfortunately, once you get into this thing of tremendous freebies, I don't think political parties have any choice. I mean, remember, even Modi at one time made some statement about reveries. And he's known to be a pretty stubborn fellow, right? He's not supposed to be somebody who changes his stance. He changed. They started getting this, whatever, Mahila Yojanas in Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra, and see what it did to them. Ultimately, जैसे हिंदी में कहते हैं ना, जो जीता वही सिकंदर. Whether you win by, having large fiscal deficits or you don't win, that's not the issue. So I think we have to take that step. But, there are certain fiscal arguments that I can give as to why some of the stuff that we have announced can still be maintained at the current budgets of the government, and Aam Aadmi Party cannot sustain that.
You're saying you have a 15 to 16% base in the city.
I would think so,
and
yeah.
you can raise it by a few percent.
Yes.
All that it will do is make you a spoiler. It will not make you the
Not
second
necessary. What is the percentage of vote that Aam Aadmi got first time? About 27-28%. So 15-16% plus another 10% puts us at a 26-27% bracket. That we are hitting. Okay. As I said, there are sometimes numbers that if all parties even out, you can have a winning combination.
Describe the BJP and describe the Aam Aadmi Party in one sentence each.
BJP's, it's been a bit of a pathetic kind of a party in Delhi. I don't think they have any idea what Delhi is all about. They have no idea of the changing culture of Delhi, and they have no idea what a city like Delhi needs. Aam Aadmi Party's problem is they so much believe their own rhetoric and the kind of illusion that they built about their own selves, that they've become, they've always kind of, as they say, cheating themselves even more than the people of Delhi. Thank you.
Thank you very much.